Welcome to Master 2255 English Phrasal Verbs, complete course with 150 categories for fluency. Today, we've reached category 136, Digital Work, key phrasal verbs for online success. In this category, you'll learn the essential phrasal verbs to talk confidently about digital work, remote jobs, and online tasks. Let's get started. First up, we have boot up. This means to start a computer or device by turning it on and waiting for it to load. For example, I need to boot up my laptop before the meeting starts. It's one of the first steps in any digital work environment. Next is shut down. This is the opposite of boot up. It means to turn off a computer or device completely. For instance, don't forget to shut down your computer before leaving work. It's a must-know for proper device usage. Now let's talk about setup. This means to arrange or configure a new device, system, or software. For example, I'm setting up a new online store for my business. It's often used when creating accounts or preparing software for use. Another crucial phrasal verb is backup. This means to create a copy of important data in case of loss. For instance, don't forget to back up your files before updating your system. Backups are essential for digital safety. Next, we have login. This means to enter your username and password to access a website, app, or system. For example, I can't log into my email. I forgot my password. It's one of the most common phrasal verbs in the online world. Now let's look at logout. This is the opposite of login. It means to exit an account, website, or app. For instance, always log out of your bank account on shared devices. It's an essential step for online security. Moving on, we have plug-in. This means to connect a device to a power source or another device. For example, my phone battery is low, so I'm going to plug it in. It's used with chargers, cables, and electronic devices. The opposite of plug-in is unplug. It means to disconnect a device from a power source. For instance, unplug your laptop when it's fully charged to save energy. It's all about conserving energy and staying safe. Next is scroll down. This means to move down a page or document using a mouse, trackpad, or touchscreen. For example, scroll down to see the full list of phrasal verbs. It's often used when navigating websites or social media. On the flip side, we have scroll up. This means to move up a page or document. For instance, scroll up to double-check the previous lesson. It's the opposite movement of scroll down. Next up is zoom in. This means to make the image or content larger and closer on a screen. For example, you can zoom in on the image by pinching the screen. It's used in photo editing, maps, and online meetings. The opposite is zoom out. This means to make the image or content smaller or farther away on the screen. For example, if you zoom out on the map, you'll see the whole city. It's perfect for navigating maps or presentations. Then we have turn on. This means to start a device, light, or machine. For instance, turn on the printer before sending the document. It's similar to boot up, but used for a broader range of devices. The opposite of turn on is turn off. This means to stop a device, light, or machine from working. For example, please turn off the lights when you leave the room. It's another everyday phrasal verb that's easy to remember. Finally, we have run out of. This means to use up all of a resource or material. For instance, I ran out of storage space on my phone, so I had to delete some apps. It's often used with time, energy, or storage capacity. And that wraps up category 136, Digital Work, key phrasal verbs for online success. These phrasal verbs will help you speak naturally and confidently about online tasks, remote work, and all things digital. See you in the next lesson for category 137.